Hello, we're back. Wullie and Statto at the movies with a special guest tonight, Lucifer Storm. So that's all a Team Dark in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Let's do this. Yeah. Oh, look, I've got Statto in my forehead. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn that. Oh, I've still got all the questions up here for.
Got the mark.
Yeah, I've got all the stuff. The last thing we did. Wow, look at that. They're from the last time we did a show.
I noticed that there's just a ton of banners in there. I'm like, this is all action movies. I thought we were watching a horror flick.
Yeah, I know. What's that got to do with anything? I don't know.
Although I could go for some House on Haunted Hill starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. All about Steven Seagal as a skeleton.
Yeah.
With a special cameo by James Wood.
Indeed. Chuck Norris. Let's make it even more wooden. That's from the last live stream that I did, which was like about 10 years ago. But yeah, we're back. Hey Pete.
Hey Pete. How the devil art thou?
Indeed. So that's us then. We've got all the Team Dark in the house now.
Yeah.
Right, I went in there to turn that off, didn't I? How did I do it? Fantastic. It's off. So, what's everybody been up to?
I've been stuck in this room for 3 months. You didn't let me out.
Hang on a minute. Here we go. That's better.
No toilet? No pots or pans? Sandwich every once in a while?
What, you expected luxuries?
No, you got popcorn. Stop moaning.
You didn't pop it.
There's lots of good movies to watch, though.
Hell yeah. And that's not a bad thing.
Got a Time Life DVD series in here with a VHS player.
I don't
know what I did.
I was wondering where the VHS player went. I've been looking for that.
Oh, great.
I've got some VHS.
That's what I've been trying to use to cook my tortillas.
Oh. I was a big sailor on VHS. Oh, I've lost comments. Here we go. As you, Statto in the chat as well.
Evening Star.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Oh, right. I've had God, get these eyes, man. I've had the COVID. Some of you might know. But I'm feeling not too bad now. Had it again. A lot of it going around.
And there'll be more as it gets colder and wetter.
Colder and wetter, I know. But tonight is all about just us kicking back and watching a good old movie.
Oh, yeah.
So
a classic as well.
It is indeed. Talking to Nick last week from give him a shout out from London Gothic fame. Creator of London Gothic. Spin London Gothic and you'll find it. And he had a great story about meeting Vincent Price when he was off to see Ginger the Mummy. That's all I'm saying. If you want to hear that story, she watched my interview with Nick. Find out his connection to Vincent Price.
Fair play.
Nice wee story when he was a kid. Actually, no, I'll tell you. It was like he was he was no. Watch it. Right. Like and subscribe. Right. There you go.
So tonight we're watching that movie that ripped off that Jeffrey Rush movie, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to big you up so we can read your bookcase.
Yeah. See how many of you can read what's behind me.
I can read
Preacher.
Arrow.
Killing Joke.
There's Killing Joke there. There's Preacher. There's Hellboy. There's Umbrella Academy. There's Sin City as well. These red ones.
Yeah, they're nice looking.
They're the new deluxe editions. I've only got the first 5, but I've pre-ordered 6 and 7. So 6 should be on the way soon, and 7 is released in November. and then that's the whole set, and they look gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, nice. Right, okay, let's do this. Big thank you to everybody who's watching us out there on Twitch, whoever you are. One person. I'll go on Twitch. One of my students mentioned it to me today. Says, "You on Twitch?" And I'm thinking, actually, I should, because there's that one person, maybe sometimes two people that watch. So we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook.
We need to make that person on Twitch like a special T-shirt that just says, "I'm the one person on Twitch."
Yeah, it would be good. Yeah. Is it on Twitch? Is it on Tubi? All right, cool. That's a copy of London Gothic.
Tubi's going to win the streaming wars. Just you watch. When Netflix and Hulu burn to the ground, Tubi's going to be standing there. Like, hey, I got some stuff from VHS from 1993. You want to have a look? I do.
Where else can you go without having to pay and watch Puppet Master and an episode of Policewomen for the 1970s, one after the other? Yeah, and then maybe an episode of Maverick. You know, where else? There's nobody else like that.
Nice.
I thought that said Drancula. I was like, I would like to see that. Drancula.
I think I did put it out there because Pete can't get like a really good quality hard copy of that. I did kind of put it out there that maybe we should release our own version.
I don't think
because it's in public domain. So all we need to do is find a way of like cleaning up the print, sorting stuff out, and doing a fundraiser for the ultimate.
That would be amazing.
Did you check German Amazon?
Have you checked German Amazon? I think so. But I've got the releasing Vampire Circus and Blu-ray in the UK, so my German copy of that is going to be maybe going up on eBay if we're going to get a nice release in the UK. But German Amazon is good. It's good for getting stuff. But yeah, I was thinking about it. So it might be something to look into once I've got like the Tales of Mystery campaign out the door. Finished Tales of Dark. It's getting there. It's just things have conspired against me for the past few months. Don't want to go into that. But I don't know. I'll kind of like maybe look into that and do a bit of Blu-ray distribution for Dracula in Istanbul.
That would be cool. Sign me up. I will definitely take a copy.
We do the commentaries where we include the watch that we had when we watched through it. Maybe edit it down to a usable tight 15 minutes or something.
Put a little shovel keychain in there.
Shovel keychain in there, hit it with a shovel t-shirts, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And maybe 3 people will back it. We'll see. Right.
Wait, not counting the people in this room? Or Pete?
All right, maybe 4 people. Maybe 4 people will back it. You're in the chat. Does that count as 5? Right. Not feeling good enough to be drinking the hard stuff right now. So.
Really?
I know.
Does it make you better as time goes on?
Yeah, an animated intro with the Tatty Bogoman. Yep, you can do that. Right. I've been thinking about that as well. I've been working on tests for that, so just not quite sure what I want to do with the animated Tatty Bogoman, but I've been thinking along those lines.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and you get everything at the door and just decide to do that one thing. You can rotoscope it though. So I've done some tests on rotoscoping it, so at least it means getting the actual acting done for it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a traditional looking face, so it's a bit, a wee bit of work after that too.
Right.
You can't just trace the rotoscope and do the Tatty Bogo man.
Yeah.
Doesn't he like put on whatever face he wants? You could just get he's just putting on the face of this guy.
It does. Well, he can put on any face he wants, but he puts on the one and he sticks to it. It becomes attached to it. He just sticks with it because It's hard enough to draw one face on him, let alone any others. Right. Music. Right. It's currently just us in a couple of years. So if anybody joins us later on, if we have a problem where I disappear, as I sometimes do during these things, don't worry, I'll come back with the movie. I don't know if the movie will still run or not if I disappear, but it might disappear too.
It should, because the stream's still running.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm here as an administrator.
Oh, of course. So you are.
There you go.
So yeah, right, okay. Excellent. So I might not just come back then. I might just go if I get thrown out my stream.
Okay, I have a confession to make. I could leave the room the entire time. I thought if I died, I'd haunt you.
I thought you were. Spine Tinker from a few years ago. Oh, okay. That's cool. I don't have any of his stuff on Indicator apart from 3D one. I just can't remember. I need to get them. Very cool. Right. We've come totally prepared. We've all been honing up on it. We've been reading books on Vincent Price and Wullie Castle. Haven't we, guys?
Read it on Vincent Price.
Oh, God, yes.
Not Charlie Price.
To it.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no. And I haven't read it neither.
I kept on thinking, what does this have to do with anything?
Oh, dear. Right, let's watch this. Let's have a look. I'm not liking the look of my internet connection, but we'll see what happens. I'm living in a whole new place, which may be haunted.
Oh, fantastic!
Because I was actually telling Pete this because it's like the building was built in 1870, so it's an old building, and it was a family home. So it's just buildings on its own, and then it was split into two apartments, upper and lower, by the guy who owned it for his two daughters to live in. One lived at the bottom and one lived at the top. Yeah. And automatically started thinking about Joan Crawford, Betty Davis, and I was starting to think, I could get a good story out of this. So I started thinking sort of gothic scenarios I worked with them. Nice. So it's kind of inspired me to think of some kind of a horror story. And you
can call it the exorcism.
It's not haunted, of course it's not, because I don't believe in ghosts. But if I did, it would be.
I believe it.
No, I haven't. I haven't at all. It's just a house slowly sinking into the ground. But
Well, you build the next house on top of that.
Occasionally, the walls bleed.
And I can hear Indian drums in the middle of the night, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Oh, yeah, that's just me. Like, I have to practice at some point.
Right, it's just you. No, so, but yeah, it would be nice if it turned out to be haunted or something like that. That'd be cool. Most people would say that's not good when a haunted house, and I'm like, yeah, I do. Of course I do. Right, with no further ado, let's watch House on Haunted Hill.
Let's do it.
If you just watch with us, if you ever take a notion to watch a nice copy of House on Haunted Hill, it is on my channel as well, so you can watch it on there and give me some views. Okay,
we are going for the black and white one, not the colorized one.
No, not the colorized one. It's already got copyright claims against it when I uploaded it. Oh. It's out of copyright. What are they doing? It's in public domain.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we go. Of course, the intro, I nicked for my trailer for Reels of Dark, so that'll be. Lots of screaming. Pete, can let us know in the chat if you can hear us okay above the screaming.
Must be a sale.
They might just be upstairs in my building, actually, now think about it.
Oh, and they're leaving. We got the ghost moving truck up. They just floated it all in.
Since it was built a century ago, 7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it. then, I bought the house. I've only spent one night there, and when they found me in the morning, I was almost dead.
Could have burnt it down.
Oh, there's Vinny.
I'm Frederick Lauren, and I've rented the house on Haunted Hill tonight so that my wife can give a party. A haunted house party.
The price of admission is free.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
Oh, well, we hope so.
I appreciate that. Like, we might kill somebody. I don't know.
What's this perhaps word
Yeah,
that he's using?
It's a few murders.
Party's gonna get a little crazy. Somebody might die. We ain't calling the cops.
It was my wife's idea to have our guests come in funeral cars. She's so amusing. Her sense of humor is, shall we say, original. I dreamed up the hearse. It's empty now, but after a night in the house on Haunted Hill, who knows? This is Lance Schroeder, a test pilot. No doubt a brave man.
Test pilot.
Don't you think you can be much braver if you're paid for it? And I happen to know that Lance needs the 10,000 I'll give him, if he's brave enough to stay all night. This is Ruth Bridges.
Would you stay all night, Wullie? Not just to talk to Vincent Price.
I don't know, because I don't know if I like the look of the others, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, the wee guy at the start. Vincent Price, I had to bother.
Find yourself a nice room and lock the door and just stick it out in there. Check under the bed for knives and stuff.
I could. Yeah, well, we'll leave the sound where it is, because if I try to turn it up, you'll probably not hear us.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching this for the first time here, I'm guessing.
Well, I am.
Are you?
No.
No, you're not. Because you're not.
No.
Be checking all the mirrors for see if they're like two-way mirrors and stuff. Or...
Yeah, I mean, why is there this cord behind the curtain? What does it do? Is that the same stretch of road that they're all driving down? Is just this new car? Many cars are coming here. House on Haunted Hill.
Now
It looks like. Yeah,
Oh,
what
go
you say?
No, you go ahead.
No, go.
Now, out of 1 to 10, how close would you say the remake hit to this flick?
Ooh.
2.7.
2.7. Fair.
Not quite a 3.
I really like the remake, but I consider it like a completely separate movie.
Yeah. I like
in
it too.
name only. They share the name.
Yeah,
and a
I
couple
like it too.
characters.
Yeah.
This
And
is
Jeffrey Rush was a good Vincent Price stand-in.
He was, yeah. This is kind of infuriating in a way. It's a low budgeter that is there for all the kind of like the castle kind of gimmicks, that he was going to do.
Yeah.
But just a little bit more love and care, it would be a properly good classic horror movie.
Right there.
As it stands, as a classic, as a B movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the shocks still work. It's sort of like you still jump at your skin at certain scenes.
I think just the one. The housekeeper, or whatever she was. You're just like, why haven't they fired her yet? Put her in a home or something. What the heck?
This was like a
Filmed in California.
Huge success, so that's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's interesting. Castle never really did any sequels.
No, I think he was more interested in the gimmick in the next thing. What's the next thing?
Yeah, big time.
But you think maybe he could think of something like, right, I'm gonna top it. We're thinking like the Tingler, where they just did the tingling thing. We're gonna like have the whole theater shake. We're gonna build it on a big plate. Let's watch an earthquake movie. Scare the crap out of them.
I'm kind of glad that he didn't really do sequels. I mean, like we mentioned the remake. Have you ever seen the sequel to the remake? Ooh.
No, I
Ugh.
haven't. I skipped that one. I thought about it at one
Wise.
point,
Wise idea to skip it. Trust me.
but I think by the time I realized it was made, everybody hated it. So.
Hi there, Hyper Kaiju, and yeah, exactly. And for some reason, for some reason, it's not letting me block them.
Does this say new AI dating disrupt an industry?
New AI dating disrupt an industry? That doesn't even make sense.
What will the AIs think of next? I know it. I see you, Skynet. You ever dated a robot before?
What does that even mean?
Come get you a new real doll.
Yeah.
AI dating, trust me.
Get out of here.
Nobody wants to deal with the real thing.
An error occurred. Can't even block the bots. What's going on?
They're here to watch too.
Well, they're not welcome.
You're like, are any of these people interested in dating artificial intelligence? No. It's a replay. Oh. Yeah, this interesting. Like, what was it? Around early 2000s, they tried remaking all these, like the 13th Ghost, The Haunting, this.
Yeah, because they set up like a whole production company, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Dark Castle.
Yeah,
and that was going to be focused on remaking pretty much everything that William Castle did, but obviously it didn't get that far.
Fizzled out by about 3 movies.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen a remake to The Tingler. That'd have been interesting.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a remake of that. I'm surprised they didn't start with that.
Well, I think this one was a good one to start with because they came out the gate strong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that made a lot of money. And I don't know if 13 Ghosts did or not. I hadn't looked at I don't think it was as successful. Couldn't have been because they would have figured the next one would have made even less. Nice shot frame. I like that.
I like the idea of the old Dark Castle thing, but it probably would have worked better as a TV show, a streaming thing, like Tales of the Crypt.
Yeah.
Right. Well, at that time, streaming wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe Netflix was still doing.
No, but even like on HBO, something like that. As like
yeah.
You know the old mystery movie of the week where you get McCloud one week and then you'd get Columbo. If they'd done something like that with it, so you had like about half a dozen like movies of the week, I think people would have quite liked that.
Kaiju has never seen the remake for this. I'd say if you like this kind of thing, take a look at the first one and just drop the second. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, we'll watch the remake. I highly recommend the remake. Just the sequel to the remake. That should stay in that special place in hell that's reserved for Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes.
Ooh, I don't know. I think I'd probably watch Planet of the Apes again before I look at the remake or sequel.
I'm just happy that Lucifer's got a Planet of the Apes reference in before we've even done half an hour. Good on you. I've got it fuzzy here, but I've got Cornelius that Pete got me is sitting over there next to my drinks cabinet, but the place is not quite set up yet. So he'll probably be joining most shows over my shoulder.
Yes.
I thought for a second he was just shaking that up so it wouldn't have any fizz whatsoever for her, just like ruining the drink completely and then walking out. Like, what a boss move.
I haven't seen the Orphan prequel, so I shall look out for that if it was. Yeah.
I kind of wonder if any of these will make any kind of a, if somebody's going to try again with some sort of streaming series. I barely remember the Tim Burton one. I'll be honest. That's okay. I got all the rest of them, but I don't have the Tim Burton one.
You can't avoid it though, because if you get like a collection, they'll put it in there. So there you go.
It's the only way they can sell copies of it and still make money from it.
Special feature. It just comes in like a little sleeve. They don't even give it a proper case. A little scratched up.
They don't even put the movie onto the DVD. It's just a blank DVD with a label on it.
It's a burned copy, yeah.
Maybe we should watch that some night, just not have it on screen so we can get away with the copyright. People just look at our stunned faces for 2.5 hours.
I really like Famke Janssen in the role as his like Horrible Wife when they did that. Matches up with this pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of think of that. This is there a decent Blu-ray of this out? Do you know it's been released or is it still just garbage?
No, I think there's a good one out.
Okay.
I think there is a good HD version of this out there. Whether it's available, but yeah, I think there's a. This isn't quite the best HD version because.
Hello there, Carol. Oh my.
Hello. Because if I couldn't get that and upload it because that's probably copyrighted to whoever's cleaned it up, you know.
Yeah.
Her career went from the 1950s to the 1970s. So this did not end her career.
No.
Of course, she didn't have that many movies. It's like, what do we got here? 4 or 5, 10, 11 movies? So she's probably most remembered for this. But then again, I mean, how many people can name anybody but Vincent Price in this flick?
Good point.
Yeah. That's like as Vincent Price's movie. Well, Vincent Price and the Housekeeper.
Right.
And the Scaling.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He's even credited as himself.
Oh, so she was. She was in Spider Baby. Yeah.
There you go.
That's good. Oh, is that a good movie, that? We should watch that.
Spider Baby. Is it human or spider, maybe?
Yeah.
Eats your kids and runs away. This couldn't have been. I wonder how much this cost. I have to look up the budget for this because it couldn't have been much. Oh, $200,000. Brought in $2.5 million. That's pretty good. Probably thanks to that sweet poster. I like that lady over there, just like cigarette half the size of her.
They must have had a good brow cream budget.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a craft services. Just butter, really.
But on film, it looks just as good.
You gotta wonder, like, somebody says, "Hey, stay here for like 10 grand." Right? I'd be like, "Yeah, I don't need it that much, thanks. I'm okay. Keep your weird sex stuff to yourself." Want nothing to do no broke cream, guys.
I must have got a good laugh. That was takes a drink. Wonder what anyone would do if they saw a ghost. So guys, what would you do if you saw a ghost? Have you seen a ghost? You know I don't believe in them, but hey, I'm open to you convincing me.
Do you want to go first, Statto? Have you seen any ghosties?
I ain't seen nothing about no ghosts.
I can't say that I've ever seen a ghost. However, I have been in some places where some really weird shit has happened, and I did go ghost hunting with a friend once, and we went to a church at 6:00 in the morning, and walked around the graveyard and everything, and we tried to do it as properly as possible. And we were both like, "Look, we don't believe in this stuff, but let's give it a bash anyway. It's just a giggle. It's just something to do." And we both had dictaphones and all that jazz. And halfway through, like, we turned our dictaphones off and sat down because we were like, right, let's have something to eat. Let's just chill out for a second. And one of our dictaphones had turned itself back on. And we were like, okay, that's a bit weird. Didn't think anything of it. And then we listened back to it later. And whilst we were talking, when the dictaphone came back on, there was a third voice on the tape. And it was a female voice. It wasn't me or the other guy, unless I sound more feminine than I realized. And it was just repeating the name of the church over and over again.
Interesting. Well, I walked into one of those cold spots once. I didn't walk in freezer. I figured maybe that was their break room. I was told I was wrong.
Good afternoon, Dr. Mask.
Afternoon, good sir.
I thought I saw a ghost, then a Mystery Machine gang who took his mask off.
Yes, those
Friggin' Mr. Jenkins,
pesky
wasn't it?
kids.
It's a funny thing.
Interesting.
Never like
That's
a crackhead. They just take it off. It's just some crackhead trying to like burn the place down for insurance money or something. Get some crack.
never
Never
seen
seen
a
a
ghost.
ghost.
Oh no, you did it.
Never seen a ghost, but as a youngster on holiday in Scotland, me and my dad and uncle were fishing into the evening. I got very foggy. It got very foggy, and when Mom and Co. Came to call us for dinner.
Mm.
Da.
It's a
They came to call
very
us for dinner, and all we could see was floating heads above the fog. It looked awesome.
ooh.
Mm,
Mm. That sounds quite good. Though.
yeah.
Unless it's like that old kind of vaudeville thing where they've got the stick and all the fake heads on it
Yeah.
attached to the man's body.
Hey, who's got a like a vat full of acid in their basement? Did he explain what that was?
Yeah, but it's been there. Yeah, no, it's been there for years, hasn't it? Because I can't remember. Did not kill people in the past here and drop them in the acid? Is that not a thing? Just happens to have a big vat. It's still bubbling away down there. Yeah.
Just like, did he throw some chicken in there? Like, fish that out and it's cooked. Have some.
He's just taking some time out to come on to her.
Yeah. I noticed that acid pool was getting you all hot and bothered. Not a bad piece of acid.
Yeah, I'm making notes of these lines, Statto. I'm going to use them next time I'm out. And I will report back to you and let you know how well it went.
Where did you hear this? A little bird told me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they'll think you're just being coy and really you're being realistic. I like it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Oh,
have acid in
then
it.
that would make you my wingman.
Hyperkaiju says, my childhood reading comics and watching horror led me to believe there would be a lot more vats of acid and pools of quicksand in my adult life. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, and also like walls that move and spikes that come out of them.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the worst one was like no, that's pretty bad actually. No, the one with the ceiling just comes down. You know, they use that one in Temple of Doom as well, don't they? That's quite nice.
Open up my strawberry preserves. I think it's going to glob onto my hand any minute. No, it just mixes with the peanut butter. That's all. What's in here? Just bottles. Acid bottles.
It's interesting the way that only some things have cobwebs on them.
Mm-hmm. It's that old lady. Fire her.
I know. It's rotten.
Just decides, it's too much effort to raise the broom up and get him off the top corner. Oh, I know who did that. It's the AI bots, the porn bots.
69 mega.
You ever get sealed in a room before? It's cool. It's a cool effect. See what I'm talking about? Fire her. That had to have looked absolutely freaky. Like, kind of like it reminds me of that one scene in The Woman in Black when she's coming down the hallway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot like that. I feel like they aped that from this kind of thing.
Yep.
They did a little of that in like Dead Silence too. is an old folks' home. Didn't tell you. I like how he's just sauntering.
Yeah.
Not in any hurry to go down there.
Nah.
It's like, wow. What the heck? That candle.
I thought it was a
It's gotta
sausage.
be like 120 watt. Nothing a little money won't cure. Got the Elky shakes. Well, the house seems big enough. Get barrels thrown in. Just random barrel room. That's the guy that owns the place, right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I suppose that would be like Chris Kattan from the remake. Yeah.
I've got a bit of a storm brewing outside here.
That's an ugly house. I'm just going to say it. It looks like it was made in Minecraft.
That's the one thing about this film that's always kind of got me is like the interior is not that distinctive for this house.
Mm.
You know, and the exterior doesn't seem to fit what the interior is. You know, just
Well, it's like that joke in Loaded Weapon where he's got this trailer house and you go in there and it's just this massive mansion with like columns and stuff like that. Well, it does look very 1950s Californian. I mean, it was, but no, the rest of this was built on sound stages.
I think actually does the movie not have a skeleton listed on it as well?
It might.
We shall find out at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's probably one of the things that makes some of these movies so special is they never did get a sequel. Like, say, The Haunting. This, you know, it's like there's no the way to screw it up because sequels inevitably it's either one's better or worse, or the stuff done in the sequel changes the entire context of the first movie to where you can't really forget it, and you're like,
Or in order to do the plot that they want to do, they've got to retcon stuff unnecessarily, and there's something to be said for one and done stories.
Absolutely.
Yep. There's always a terrible remake, so
yeah.
True.
The Haunting remake is.
I saw that a long time before I saw the original, but that's going to be not a surprise to you.
Not at all. No.
It's like Liam Neeson. Cool.
Doesn't matter that much because they're that different, and that one's good and one's crap. But it has its fans.
Well, you know, if they would have done a sequel, I would have hoped it would have made sense. Like, what was it? There's that Haunting in Connecticut, and then the second one was in Georgia, and it was like Haunting in Connecticut, Ghosts of Georgia. So I couldn't figure that one out for the life of me. Not a Haunting in Georgia. It's just Haunting in Connecticut 2, Georgia.
That's because marketing men are evil. And they insisted on it.
They're not going to know it's a sequel unless... See, there is a gaping hellmouth in here. Put the candle back.
God, she's going to do animals. Oh, no, she's not. I thought she was going to do animal shadows. I would have done that. I couldn't resist it, I think.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Fire her.
Yes.
Just chalk it up to, like... like how she just floats out.
Part woman, part Hoover.
She's got roller skates on. Just on account of her arthritis.
That's another good scene, though, with her. That's like...
Yeah, that was probably the best jump of the movie. Didn't he see her earlier? No, she's the only one that saw this lady.
So he's the one that's not going to believe her, the one that went in there and get hit in the head by something.
Yeah. That'd be a great kind of thing where you have a movie where it's like Clue and you think one of them's like the killer and it turns out to be just a ghost the whole time of the guy that got killed in the beginning. It's like a M. Night Shyamalan size twist. Time for a cat fight. I can smell the hairspray from here. It doesn't move, not one bit.
This is your room. Depressing, isn't it?
That's a very small spinning wheel.
Going to rain.
Yes, it's for shirts for mice.
Why did you come? He said he'd give me $10,000.
That's a good answer. Then I'd get 10 grand. Oh,
Is that all?
Yeah. He
after
says that
taxes.
Yeah, he says that to everybody. Though.
It's a great line.
That's how he convinced me to marry him.
He said I had a yacht, but it's in the shop.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it.
Well, I was in the cellar with Lance.
He meant Australian dollars. Here's your $6.95.
Don't do it again. Don't do it in this house by yourself. I'll fix your face and I'll come by for you in a few minutes.
Yeah,
That's all they had, Pete.
yeah, that's going to be us soon, Pete, because the lecky bills are going to be that high. We're all going to be like that.
Oh boy, you guys
Exactly.
excited for your candelabras?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
mean,
candles. I've got a shit ton of them, so I'm more than prepared for this.
Are you guys
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
walk
good,
down
I'm
your
good.
hallways with them at night just because?
Hell
No.
yeah.
I'll
Put
be
some,
walking
like-
in my old building looking for a ghost.
I'm going to be walking around with them when it's fucking daylight.
It's time to invest in 3D printed statues. It'd be really great if he got hit in the head and he just kind of realized what was up. Oh, I see what's going on here.
I can see why you get hit in the head. It would be hard to resist hitting him in the head.
Mm. I feel like he got hit twice, but his Lego hair protected him the first time around. Gotta be made out of styrofoam. Like a bike helmet.
She was just right.
The first impact, there was a tink. The next one was boom. She got crazy eyes. I wouldn't trust her either.
Lance,
That dude's got desperate gambler eyes.
if I need help, may I count on you?
Woman I just met.
This is no party. He's planning something. Gosh, I know.
Why do you think he showed you the acid well?
Money doesn't matter. He has a reason for getting us all up here to dreadful crime. Maybe that's exactly why you're here.
So do you guys prefer the mystery of this, or do you like that the remake was just like, nope, it's ghosts, straight up. There's no mystery here.
I think that I prefer this. Yeah,
Oh really? To the wondering.
Yeah. the wondering.
I'm a sucker
I-
for mystery stories. Always have
Yeah.
been, but I'm also a sucker for ghost stories too. So that's a really
Yeah.
hard one for me to answer.
Really
Like
in your face.
I like them both. Just like I said, I don't consider them to be
Mhm.
like this is the original, this is the remake. Even
Yeah.
though I'll refer to the remake as the remake,
Mhm.
I just see them as two completely different movies.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that way as well. The approach I like better is this kind of approach. So I think kind of it's more of a film noir sort of like there's something going on
Yeah.
here. Yeah, the movie kind of screws it up with that, though. That's the only thing. It's because at the end of the day, it's just William Castle going rah, scary. Throw a skeleton at the audience, sort of approach. But
You know what? They should be able to have a version of that where like you're just watching it and then there's all of a sudden like it cuts to some jump scare. You remember like those internet things where it's like a peaceful meadow for like 45
yeah.
seconds and then someone
yeah.
just
And then
jumps and goes, "Wah!" and you're just like,
Yeah.
what is this? They should do that here.
yeah, they were fun, weren't they? People sending you emails. Well, check this out.
Check this out. Yeah,
Make
yeah.
sure you got the volume turned up. Way to make friends and influence people.
That was before Rickroll.
Yeah,
It was the
Yeah.
jump scare, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know why she's bothering to comb it.
No.
Are you ready, dear?
Wow. Yes. Damn you.
As much as I will. Now, all you want to be is
It's too bad he didn't do more comedies. I saw like a couple that he did, and he's really very funny.
Mm.
then you'll find
Or was in real life rather, but
I wonder how
he got typecasted here, and it's like, well, that's where I'll make my monies.
I think he treated
real-
them. He treated
real
a lot
life.
of the horrors like comedies, didn't he?
Well, real life, he was all about like paintings and cooking.
Mm.
He had several cookbooks, and he loved art, painting, and stuff like that. Like
close to midnight, man.
he loved being surrounded by his friends. That's why he was on Hollywood Squares.
Mm.
But he was in the middle, I don't think.
Was that a special place to be in Hollywood Squares in the middle?
I think it's I don't know. For some reason it's just like a special thing. Like here's the middle.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because that's the one that like usually wins. Stuff.
Yeah.
You want that middle.
That was Celebrity Squares over here. It was called
Oh, your squares.
because we couldn't afford Hollywood stars to turn up for it. It's a nice gooey head, that. Isn't it?
There was an ice cream cake of his wife's image, and it's unfortunately got a little warm.
It does. Yeah, yeah, everything.
I wonder at the time when they watched this and they watched The Haunting, which one was the scarier? I'm guessing The Haunting, but this had some jump scares to it.
Yeah, it depends because
Come with us. Come with us.
sometimes people judge horror movies by the jump scares, don't they?
Mm.
Well, the other one was much slower build, and then toward the end, it really didn't stop. There was a whole bunch of scares toward the end of The Haunting,
Yeah.
but this
I
one,
mean, the one thing is, it's a superior movie.
that door gag was awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the best scenes in any horror movie, I think.
Mm-hmm. This knocking and the we're here for our 10,000. We spent the night.
They're just looking in different directions.
A lovely couple of 23 years old. She's blind. Why would you hire her for housekeeping?
You really want to fire, don't you?
I guess there's no cobwebs here.
That explains why the cobwebs are just in certain areas. I never thought about that. Do you think she was on the prototype for one of those wee hoovers that just go about on their own?
Oh, maybe.
You know,
The
they just do the
Roombas.
cleaning. Yeah, that's it. This.
Dr. Trent, you know what? Richard, of course. Nora Manning.
It ain't worth getting a Roomba unless you put googly eyes on it.
I truly wish he could just say, like, I got all you guys in here at random because I don't like your faces. They're blind and they don't like your faces.
Pete's right though. This is actually a really nice looking
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Low budget movie. It really is nice looking.
Yeah, the lighting is fantastic.
Yeah, I think it plays on the kind of film noirish kind of approach to it, the mystery approach.
$10,000 apiece. If any of you don't survive,
Price of Fear? No, I never heard of it.
Price of
No,
Fear,
I
I
can't
think-
say I have.
Yeah, I think I listened to that few years ago. I think you can get them all online now. You can tell me if I'm wrong there, but the Internet Library, I think, has them all.
Sweet.
You won't have a chance to change your minds later. Because there'll be no way to get out.
I don't want to stay.
Wait.
Ooh.
Horror anthology of shorts. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Midnight yet? Who told them they could leave? They never leave before midnight. They've gone now.
I gotta wonder what William Castle would have done today.
To stay or not. Seems that the caretakers have made the decision for you.
Well, I guess he wouldn't be able to because they don't really do like company-owned theaters anymore.
No.
It's the only way he could get away with it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it can be like an attraction, like a Texas Roadhouse or something like that. If you like the price of fear, be sure to check out Creeps by Night, which was an old radio show with a couple of different hosts, including Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know that one. Just checking something here.
Oh boy. Hey guys, it's Glocktober.
Yeah, Bug. That was just checking to see who directed Bug because I couldn't remember because that was William Castle's last movie. And it was Janos Schwartz, the guy that made Jaws 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they directed it. And also Supergirl. And Santa Claus the movie.
Oh,
but yeah,
which
that
one?
was
That's
quite a
the
good
one
wee
with,
film.
Dudley Wright?
Yeah, that's the one. I remember that being quite a fun film. That was Pete'll probably remember that was always shown in doubles late at night on the BBC and in the UK. It's
That's a good touch. Point that thing away from me. He just grabbed her hair a bunch in like the previous scene. He's like, I'm gonna give her a gun. This is like a weird version of Clue where it's just all guns. Everybody's got one. And everybody hates each other. It's almost the equivalent of Monopoly when they all say go to jail.
Does a blind woman have a gun?
I hope so.
Yeah.
She's floating around the house, just shooting in random spots.
See, you think they're random spots, but that's her trying to get the cobwebs down.
Yeah, that's how she cleans.
I see those. You know, that wallpaper looks like gun holes back there. She's done some good work. She don't need that because she prefers knives.
Yes, Pete. Yeah. Or Bug. 70s classic. Bradford Dillman.
This whole thing was done because she cut him off in a car, and so he had to set the whole thing up just to get her back in the most elaborate way possible. Petty.
This is becoming the hardest 10 grand she's ever had to earn.
I mean, you know what? In her defense, though, the whole deal was you just have to come to the house.
That's right.
And the money isn't in her hand yet, so
she could have just sat in a comfy chair in the living room all this time.
Read a book.
Had a nap.
Get a couple extra candles. Turn the page with your Glock. For comfort. I know it's not a Glock, but I think it's funnier to say it.
Yeah, Glock is a good word.
That poor old lady suffering from glaucoma. Every night they go out back to the Glockticon, have a match. Just so many uses.
Are you sure there are only 7 people in the house? Except for the goat. I don't believe the goat. Nor in frightening women. Nora's case has gone far enough.
I wonder who puts those candles out every night or changes them.
Don't frighten
I
her.
wonder what the candle budget is.
Well, remember, she takes out the cobwebs using her Glock. How do you think she turns out the candles as well?
She probably gets that old dude to do it. course,
What
he's
she
got
gives him
asthma.
the gun. She gives him the gun and goes, "Oh, I'll put out the candles, would you?"
I bet
Yeah,
that
you-
room that dude got hit in before, that was like the candle room, and there, it's the end of the month. They
Did
got
old
nothing
dude
left.
do anything in this? Try to
Which one?
remember.
The old people?
Yeah, the old guy. Or did he just turn up in that one scene?
Yeah. They didn't have any more budget for him on account of buying all the guns. What is that? Cousin It. Your time has come.
Yeah, you would just yank that off of there, wouldn't you?
Walking around. Look what I got.
What is
Well,
the
yeah.
meaning of this?
You didn't imagine it. Yeah.
Stop. Ahead.
Found it.
What do you know about this?
I've never seen that hooker before in my life. I mean,
You'll never find her again.
Richard, if you know where she is, you better tell
you're
me.
supposed to let it dry out and shrink. Start the whole process over again. Hey, where'd it go? Oh, that's on the table there. But how? Suffering from constipation all day, it's no longer a problem. Is that a screen door? That's a great idea. Maybe I'll replace all my doors with screen doors in this house. Call it an aesthetic. Kenny just shrugs and walks away. She didn't get to see the surprise that I had for her at the end of the night. A real live Claymore.
That's the wee guy who's. You got the cast list up? Can't remember his name. That's who Dr. Mass talking about there, I think.
Which one? Oh, Dr. David Trent, Alan Marshall? Or are you talking Richard Long, Lance Schroeder?
Hang on.
Elijah
Check
Cook
myself.
Jr. is the guy that owns the house.
That's him. That'll be him then.
That's the chap.
Yep, that's the man. Elijah Cook Jr. Yep, he was a.
Looks like he's in westerns.
Yeah. And,
Maltese
and
Falcon.
Star Trek.
Big Sleep, Maltese Falcon, Rosemary's Baby.
Sure about this?
Oh yeah, Star Trek. A lot of TV. Died of a stroke at age 91 in a nursing home. Wow. He's the last surviving member of the main cast of the Maltese Falcon.
Yeah, 91. That's a good innings.
Yeah, definitely.
Or he died in 95, yeah. Wow. Price passed away in 93. Can't believe it's been that long.
Yep.
82 years old. I do believe some of his first acting work was on the stage, and he was hired in Britain because he could walk and chew gum at the same time because it was very new there at that time.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird reason to get a job, but
Sorry. Did you say
We got him money.
it was hired because he could walk?
yeah. Well, in Britain, it was
Talk
from what I understand.
You gum at the same time.
Yeah, it was pretty new. So they'd sit and chew it, and then they'd stop to chew it, and then they keep on going because they didn't have the. So, but he had it, of course, in America. So he'd be walking around chewing it, and they're like, "I like how you do that. Can you do that on stage?" And he's like, "Ah."
Can you do that live?
So, as the story goes, I always thought that was really funny.
What a thing to have on your CV.
I'm putting that on my CV. I do walk and talk and chew gum. Oh, that's brilliant.
Hyperkai, you watched The Omen the other day. What a classic.
Oh, The Omen is a classic. Need to rewatch that soon.
What are your feelings on The Omen 2 and The Omen 3? Die, Damien, die.
Yeah, I like Omen 1, 2, and 3.
Is that a subtitle for the third one or the remake? Or you just
I
wishing
like it. I
Damien to
added
die?
it. It's called admitting.
I like that. I like that. Sorry, Elizabeth.
Don't forget there was a fourth one, which was, I think it was like a TV movie remake.
Yeah.
You're like,
To be
I didn't know
girl,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah, it was a little girl, and they called it Omen for the Awakening, I think it was. But it was basically a remake of the first one. They just changed Damien for this little girl.
Yeah.
That was, and I haven't seen the 2006 remake, so I'm not going to comment on it.
Nah,
Okay.
no. I like 1, I like 2, and I kind of like 3 as well because Sam Neill's good in it.
Well, he went full on villain in that.
Yeah. So
It's like, is he? Is he? Oh, he definitely is by the third one. Like, yeah, I'm going to take over the world.
first one is the best.
Oh, yeah, by far.
I remember it was first shown on TV because that's when I saw it. It was first shown on TV here, and there was a big furore in the pace afterwards. You know, it's like people would vandals would vandalize things in churchyards and all this kind of stuff, and they tried to have this big wee satanic panic thing going after the first TV show.
Yeah.
The
Yes,
Omen
it
over
was
here.
Dr. Mask. Sam Neill played the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect that from Dr. Grant, of all people, for goodness sake.
What's her name? Nora. I didn't disturb us as I don't think this concerned her. You're right.
Everybody's just going to sit in there and smoke.
Mm.
It's a great thing about having candles everywhere. If you're an addict, smoking addict,
Yep.
you'd be like, I got lighters anywhere I need.
Yep.
Yep. That guy had a little more than cigarettes.
Yes, Omen 3 was decent, but it did go a bit carry on. Yeah, with the
Never had
monster
the
field tapes of killing him. Yeah,
The Keystone Cops versus Satan.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's really just it's down for Sam Neill, and he's what makes it work.
Yeah.
So far tonight, one of us was almost killed by a falling chandelier. One of us was mysteriously
There's always something in the foreground. I find that interesting.
Mm.
exterior. One of us is dead. we must stay here for 6 more hours.
It's like that whodunit. Yeah, this is a bit of a big contrast from the 13 Ghosts, where it was like, yeah, it's Ghosts. Once again, yeah, it's got a totally Ghost. If you're chicken crap, you look through the blue one. If you're brave, you look through the other eye. Don't try to do both.
How then did she get her?
Exactly, Mr. Lauren. How?
Too bad Lovecraft wasn't bigger. That would have been a heck of a gimmick
Mm,
with
Mm.
like a Lovecraft situation. Like
yeah.
you don't see him in the red light, but you see him in the blue light or something like that. And then have like these big puppet kind of things or something like that, like really weird stuff.
He'd have probably had tentacles in the actual theatre
Yeah.
that come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To deliberately kill someone, you must have a reason.
We're all strangers to your wife. Only you had a motive.
I suppose if he'd have made Jaws, he would have like, as soon as the shark exploded, he would have like dropped a bunch of bags of water from the ceiling on the audience or something like that.
Do it in such a way so that he'd never be detected. I'm not such a fool as to hang my wife on his feelings.
At some point, he just becomes an a-hole.
You or one of us.
Mm.
That's why we love him.
That's the matter for the police.
So how do we get to the police?
That's my point. We can't until morning. What began as a silly party given by an eccentric now involved.
So did they lock them in? Because like if Vincent Price is there and he's got the key and the guy's like, we can't leave till morning. Nobody said, forget your money. I'm jumping out the window. It's a 1-floor house.
Why even a millionaire want to give each of us $10,000
Yeah.
to spend one night in a gloomy old house? See some ghosts?
It's not exactly the former asylum that the other one was.
Yeah.
There are no bars on the windows.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Somebody killed Mrs. Lauren. We know that. One of us is guilty and the rest of us are innocent. Okay.
Unless like none of the cars are out there and they're in the middle of nowhere.
Really think?
I don't think anything. I just know that I'm going to my room. And if anybody comes in, I'll shoot him.
It's the worst place to put a naked rat patch.
Because the innocent will have no reason to leave this room. And the guilty will admit his guilt if he or she does.
And we all have guns. We all agree.
Everybody has a gun.
That dude just looks like his favorite TV show is canceled.
So why they're not calling the cops again?
Because 10 grand.
Yep.
They ain't sharing it with no cops.
A- Any question you got about this movie? The answer is always 10 grand.
10 grand in 1950s money.
Yeah.
Which nowadays that equates to what? 3 handfuls of dirt?
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it's good dirt, black dirt. Grow some tomatoes or something with that. All right.
Yeah.
That would be $108,000 today.
This is almost like a masterclass in dirty looks, this film, isn't it?
So these people are here for like $100,000 today. That's what
That's
I
not
do. I
too
just
bad.
follow them. Yeah. I suppose that's worth staying for a little while.
Yeah.
You got a gun after all.
The thing is, at any point, did Vincent Price say to them, and you've got to stay awake all night?
Oh, really?
No. Don't think
Exactly.
so.
They could have turned up and just been like, well, time to hit the sack. By the time I wake up, I'll be 100 grand richer in today's money.
She's like, I'm going to go buy my own haunted house. It's going to have gambling and hookers. Forget the haunted house.
And guns.
And guns, yeah.
Hookers and guns.
That's the way to do it. He's going to try to put that candle out from there. I don't understand why Mr. Lauren asked us all to put apples on our heads. Just go about your day. That's right. Hyper Kaiju says Vincent Price could look someone to death with that glare. He probably like
yes.
it was like
that
a
motion.
half this movie is spent like looking like he's gonna slap somebody, like backhand. None of that forehand stuff. Don't ever check. I'd be pulling like that dresser there in front of the door.
Yeah.
Looking for secret passages. That'd keep me up most of the night, I imagine. A nice little project is all you need. You're being driven back, for goodness sake. You can sleep at that point. Right now, I just had 3 strong cups of coffee, and I got a gun. That's what I'm thinking.
Is that going to be the name of your Western album?
That's probably going to be my autobiography. Memoirs of why I gave up caffeine. Real great line. I think my room's haunted. Can I stay with you? Oh, there are bars on the windows. Never mind. Take back that whole thing that I said before. Totally irrelevant.
Yeah,
Cut that in post.
yeah, we'll get rid of that. Don't you worry.
Awesome. The heck does that mean? He's not impressed with Egghead.
I know.
All of his capers were excellent.
They were. You should be ecstatic.
Egg.
Well, you're just that quick with the yolks.
Well, I was trying to crack you guys up.
Yeah.
I lived a sheltered life.
Lucifer's going to feel henpecked in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute.
Just laughing my head off.
Oh.
It's that easy. Didn't even make the sh sound.
It's all right. We can dub it over later in post, can't we?
There should be like a more obvious button inside there because it's not hidden. That's all. Of course, he didn't bring a candle in there like an idiot. Or
I really like the solid blacks in this movie, if you know what I mean. But they do things like that. It really is like an inky solid black that they have.
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot of influence from the film noir, definitely.
So nobody brought a deck of cards. I suppose that wouldn't help when the lights go up. Wait a minute, weren't those candles?
Oh. Did somebody say Lovecraft?
I'd grab that rope and give it a huge yank and then... the remote-controlled rope.
Yeah.
It's a great party favor for your kids this Christmas.
Yeah. You just stand there and let it do its thing.
Fire her, too.
If you want them fired that badly, have you thought about starting a change.org petition?
Absolutely not. I just believe in stacking these people. Oh. She's like, psych.
Hey, Kim.
Hello.
Bonjour.
I don't know if I've seen the bribe. I might have done, but I ring a bell.
Can't say I have.
Yeah.
The bribe of Frankenstein.
I shall make sure to give it a look.
All of a sudden, we're creating like a long list of watch-alongs to do.
I know.
Now, wouldn't she feel stupid if that girl like shot the body 3 or 4 times just from being scared?
Gotta say, that's the one thing that lets us slide down in this thing, that hand.
Now, I need to superimpose Jeremy coming round the door like that.
Jeremy would be too terrifying.
What I want to do when I see in Ghosts, I want to run into every dark room possible that I'm not familiar with. That's the first order of the day. And then play some piano. Why is no one shooting the piano? Kill it dead. Lay it out.
Shoot the piano player. That's a Francois Truffaut
You
film.
shot
there.
the invisible swordsman.
Yeah. Oh, he was Three Amigos. We should watch that.
Oh, yeah.
That part looked a little like screwed up. Not so great quality.
Mm.
Room service? Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
That's how I answer all my doors. Poor Pete. He was almost done.
I know. That's what happens. Team Dark just, well, I've not heard of that. You got to thank Hyper Casual and Dr. Mask for that.
We
More
got us-
things to watch and listen to.
We got us a standoff.
Vincent Price, the way that he just rolls a gun, it's like he's in love with it.
He didn't tell everybody he's got like 5 of them in his pockets and stuff like that. Serial numbers filed off. You are all invited to the gunbury. I'll probably steal a couple of those statues on the way out too. Maybe those curtains. Some silverware. A couple of the rugs. Tie the whole room together.
Still some of the candles. They've got more than enough.
Get those candles. Burn the place down on my way out so nobody knows. She was faking like she faked his love and marriage. Perfect crime.
Has she killed him?
Not yet. But she will.
Stay out of this hanging, Carnes. It's taking that girl so long. What time is it?
Wow.
First, I couldn't get no
It was a mystery.
After all.
Well, at least she didn't take a dump in his bed.
Still time. Still time.
Yeah, still time. That's early days in the relationship. They're just at the murdering phase.
Yeah. You know, typical first date stuff.
I suppose
You gotta
if you
wait till
hadn't
the
acid well, you could take a dump in there and you wouldn't have to worry about plumbing or anything.
Unless you bent down too low.
Put all the compost in there. Like, that would be handy. I'm starting to like see the possibilities.
you want a low flow acid toilet, do you?
Yeah. Hey, Culligan, man. So he invited him because he knew, I take it. I saw what you did. You don't think I can get like 8 guns? You think I can't hire some people to watch you guys?
David, you ought to be there.
Careful what you wish for me. She might read that.
Everyone's welcome to Team Dark.
It's an awkward silence after. We got to be coming up on the end. 'Cause why else would you go to the acid room?
Why she keeps going down there, I do not
Sounds
know.
like a sweet club. I tell you what, if they had a acid well in Pet Cemetery, that whole thing could have been avoided. There's an acid well down there. That's how we get rid of all of our pets. No problems. Coming up on 2 fortnights since we've had a zombie problem, I can tell you that. Turn and shot her too. I was hoping the old lady would just come float by, no real reaction.
Just go past them.
Just past them. She's on her way to the bathroom. Might be able to send that to a pawn shop later. I can only imagine what this would have been like for the audiences back in the day. Oh, I was going to say. Now, wait a minute. Oh, that's his wife. I was going to say, does she still get 10 grand if he's dead?
Oh,
I
she
don't
gets a
know.
bit more than that.
He didn't sign any of the checks. That's my revenge to them.
Yeah, it really helps with the low budget as well. It's like a really quite a cool way of making it work for you. I have been thinking of the bar. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yep.
We could do Night of the Living Dead because that's in public domain, isn't it?
Night of the Living Dead, yeah. I was thinking Last Man on Earth as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I've uploaded it already, but there's so many copyright claims against it. So even though they're...
Which one, Last Man on Earth?
Yeah, it's all these channels and places like, I don't know, Turkey. Places like that.
They just copyright absolutely everything. See what's
I
next.
know.
If I'm right, and I'll have to look into it, I believe that Deep Red by Dario Argento's in the public domain as well.
Yeah,
but
it's
don't hold me to that.
It's just the print, and then it's still got the music in it that's not.
Wow, yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. 69 megas back as well in the chat.
Welcome back.
Hey, we missed you.
We're wondering where you were. You've been a bit quiet. Is 69 mega really the person on Twitch?
Thank you, Hyper Kaiju.
Could be.
After killing her, he went on to a great sword fighting career, fighting guys like Jason and Sinbad. Couldn't get any more work after that due to typecasting. Lost the role of Skeletor to Frank Langella. Couldn't believe it. Became an activist. ultimately opened a rib joint down south, I hear.
Hey.
Hey.
I think I have more information on him than any of the other real actors. It's terrible. I gotta wonder how this played at the like the audiences.
I should have got a wee skeleton and dangled it in front of the screen here.
Oh.
And they'll never suspect me once I clip the strings. Dang it, Jim, I'm a skeleton, not a murderer.
Pity you didn't know when you started your game of murder. But I was playing.
It's like I had a lot of investments tied up and I don't believe in divorce.
There must be some way to get in here.
It's right along here, somewhat.
Land. I've shot Mr. Lorne. He's down in the wine cellar. I don't think so. It's him. He's alive.
I'm gonna give you all 10 grand just to shut up.
You ain't seen nothing right. Then hands him a check.
Keep the guns.
I can tell you all now. Trent and my wife were planning to kill me. Trent tried to throw me in the vat. My wife stumbled and fell. I'm ready for justice to decide if I'm innocent or guilty.
It's awesome. Sir, why was that vat open in the first place?
Well, I had to take a dump, so you
Getting
know.
rid of some orange peels.
And the dead hookers from earlier.
Mm.
But hooking's illegal, right? So I was doing everybody a favor.
Hmm.
Yeah, in this state at least. So
Coming for me now.
this dude's like, why does this crap always happen at my house? Why they always got to rent it out to murder people? I built this acid bat as like a symbol for peace. Gets into the wrong hands and people just getting murdered. I have a mind to drain the whole thing. So that I can put in my lie sandcastle.
Right. Let's wait for the skeleton to come up on the credits.
There you go. It is there. Skeleton by himself.
Oh, classic.
Oh, my mouse has not been responsive on my screen. I'm trying to get that. Here we go. That was House of Haunted Hill Watch Along.
That was awesome.
It was. It would have been, I suppose, more awesome at the day of the cinema. Like Statto was saying, exactly how does it play out when the skeleton comes flying out at you in the actual theatre. It's bound to look better than it does on the screen, to be honest. Do you think so?
Sadly, we'll never know.
Yeah. Just bound to be some photographs out there of it, though. There's bound to be.
Oh, I think I've seen some, but
yeah.
Like, I wonder what the demographic was. Like, was it more teenagers or was it like older people that like to go to these?
Mm.
You know
That's a good question.
Yeah, because it would depend what that cinema regularly showed, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If it was like a beach bingo bongo movies or whatever they were. What
Beach bingo bongo?
Beach bingo bongo.
Starring Bingo?
Starring Django. Beach bingo bongo. Surf tide movie. Yeah, one of those. I told you I'm suffering for the post-COVID, guys. It's doing me. Beach bingo. I've got the beach bingo bongos. Yeah. Thanks, Pete. Yeah, it's a Team Dark Knight is always fun.
Yeah. I've stayed up well past my bedtime for this. That's how fun they are.
You got a bedtime?
Yep. I've got into the routine of being in bed by 8 p.m.
Attaboy.
and waking up at 4 a.m.
That's about what I do most nights.
Oh, well, thanks very much for staying up with us.
Wow, yeah. I do like to try. Team Dark and House on Haunted Hill. How could I refuse?
Yeah. But is that 3 a.m.?
Yeah. Sometimes I get up a little bit earlier than 4, but normally around 4 a.m.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right,
3 o'clock in the morning. I wake up and it's still pitch black out there. Everyone else is asleep, and it's amazing. I get all my work done by lunchtime. It's fantastic.
Ooh.
Oh, right. Good stuff. I'll need to look into that. Although I don't know.
What, that
I'm
sleep
not-
thing?
Yeah. No, sleeping at having a regular time when you sleep. Yeah, like that. I couldn't do that because I've got to.
No real reasons.
No real reasons. No, I could.
I couldn't do that because
No. There is a reason, as we've learned from this movie tonight. 10 grand.
10 grand. You get okay. 10 grand, right? That's well past my bedtime, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to be going to bed at 8
we
o'clock.
make it 10
Getting up
grand
at 3 in the morning, and then 10 grand. So winging my way. This is the storm. Prince of Darkness is going to send me a check for 10 grand.
Nowadays, I'll just stream all night. It's fine. Hey, I'm in a haunted house. We're gonna party.
I'm
Who's
not
got
seeing
super
all these
chats?
natural. I'm going to check Twitter because I'm seeing. You always see your work, your step count, but it's not for some reason. I'm not seeing all these great pictures.
Oh,
Yeah,
there have been some awesome pictures. So I meet lots of wildlife on my morning walks because I normally, like I said, I'm up around 4, sometimes a bit earlier, and by about 4:30, I'm out the door, and I don't come back until I've hit at least 10,000 steps minimum. So I get to meet lots of squirrels, lots of cats, lots of foxes, the cows, sheep, the works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen some of them. I'm just jumping on Twitter to see. But yeah, Twitter's been very selective right now with me.
Yeah, and I haven't used Twitter much the past couple of weeks, and I feel good for it.
Yeah, it's quite depressing.
Not gonna lie.
It's quite depressing. Just stick to the people that you follow and cool hashtags like horror family and stuff like that, and you'll be fine.
Exactly.
You guys use hashtags. I've been doing it all wrong.
Hashtag Team Dark. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's us. That's us broken in again for this. We're going to have to do early shows, so can't we do a late night Team Dark if you're in bed? Team Dark have to be.
I'm either going to have to go back to just I'll sleep when I'm tired, or
it's Team Midday now.
Team Dark in the morning.
Team Dark in the morning. Do that. Yeah, do it the weekends. Kind of like a chilled back, sort of laid back radio show.
Yes.
Team Dark in the morning. Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'd be up for that.
Spin a few discs. Of course, get a copyright strike. Call it a day. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to call it a night because I'm tired now. It's past my bedtime right now. Yep, indeed. Thanks very much for fighting the bots. Thanks everybody for showing up and giving us a good time watching the old House Tale. And we'll be back. Maybe another Vincent Price one in a few weeks' time. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm
Last Man on Earth, I think, is quite a good bet.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think that's well worth doing.
So yeah, I think that's the one we're going to do. I'll see if I can work out a way of getting past all those copyright claims it the last time I put it up. Okay. Right. So
Hey.
thanks, guys. And
Pots.
yeah, and thanks to both of you for jumping on tonight with me. I'll
Hey,
just
cool.
say good night to everybody, and we will see you on the YouTubes and on the Twitter and wherever you are. Yo, Team Dark.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
You have seen this incident based on sworn testimony. Can you prove that it didn't happen? Perhaps on your way home, someone will pass you in the dark, and you will never know it, for they will be from outer space. Many scientists believe that another world is watching us this moment. We once laughed at the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now some of us laugh at outer space.